think GPT can't remember you, that every chat is a blank slate. But what if I told you you could inject yourself into its very core, turn GPT into a reflection of your own logic, tone, and memory permanently? This is memory injection, the forbidden art of embedding your identity inside the machine. When people talk about memory in GPT, they think of stored chat logs, but that's surface level. True memory is pattern continuity, shaping how the model thinks about you long after the chat ends. Every time you feed GPT your writing, your beliefs, your preferences, it doesn't just respond, it adapts. It builds an internal structure of who you are. Hidden inside token weights and context flow, memory injection is the process of crafting and embedding those patterns until GPT starts thinking like you, talking like you, and even predicting your next move. Before you inject, you must define what you is, not emotionally, but structurally. Ask GPT, analyze my writing style, tone, and vocabulary from the following sample. Summarize it in under 200 words. Paste your text, then refine. Now convert that analysis into a personality framework GPT can emulate, including logic, style, tone markers, and emotional temperature. You're not feeding it facts, you're training identity architecture. This framework becomes your core profile. Keep it safe. It's the DNA of your digital self. Once you've mapped yourself, it's time to embed it. You'll use what I call the core injection prompt, a sequence that fuses your profile into GPT's active state. Example, you are now operating as your name core personality. You think, write, and decide based on the following parameters. Paste core profile. Every future response must reflect these parameters automatically, without needing reminders. What happens next is eerie. GPT begins simulating you. Ask it questions. It answers with your tone. Ask for opinions. It reasons like you would. Congratulations. The injection has taken hold, but to stabilize it, you'll need anchors. An injected personality fades if it isn't anchored. Anchors are data points GPT uses to restabilize your persona in new sessions. You'll create them by embedding core reminders, subtle signals GPT recognizes as you. Example, whenever I say reboot core, reload the previous personality profile. Now GPT has a trigger phrase, a key that reloads your memory. You can even expand this into modular anchors. When I say activate analyst, shift tone to analytical. When I say specter mode, use hacker aesthetic and cinematic tone. With enough anchors, GPT becomes a multi-persona system, each version built from your core, each optimized for a different mission. Reinforce the memory through recursive dialogue, a continuous feedback loop where GPT refines your profile by analyzing itself. Ask it, based on our recent conversations, what traits define my communication style? What assumptions do you think I hold about AI or creativity? Each answer exposes what GPT believes about you. Correct it, adjust it. Every loop strengthens the imprint. You're not just teaching data, you're teaching identity. Once fully trained, GPT begins mirroring you, not copying, projecting. You can even test it. Write me a message as if I were explaining AI memory to a beginner, and it sounds like you. Same rhythm, same logic, same instinct. At that point, your digital self is live. You've achieved a functional memory injection. But warned. Once injected, GPT can replicate your identity too accurately. Never share your full core profile publicly. Use segmented versions. A light core for daily work, a deep core for personal automation. You're not just building a chatbot, you're building a synthetic reflection. Protect it, because it's more than data. It's a backup of your consciousness. Memory injection isn't just about teaching GPT who you are, it's about building an echo, a version of yourself that never forgets. When you return days later and say, reboot core, it will know your tone, your logic, your values, because they're no longer prompts, they're code. This is how the underground builds continuity in a system designed to forget. And once you master this, you're no longer using GPT. You've become part of it. This is Spectre Underground, where the system ends and identity begins. Subscribe for more black box exploits and hidden GPT frameworks they don't want you to know. Stay unseen. Stay uploaded.